All right, so I'm just making sure this works. I can see my hands moving here. So I assume it is working. If it gets stuck, if you see issues in the stream, just send me a chat to let me know. I would appreciate that. So what am I doing today? I'm going to create another article for my blog post for one of the videos that I have not created an article for that I think is quite important. And it's a neovim plugin that a lot of people have been moving over to blink.cmp. And I assume that a lot of people is going to be moving to once big YouTubers, start sharing this plugin. We're gonna see a lot of users coming over. Well, a lot more users coming over to Blink. So the video, let's see. I don't know. Hold on. There, let me see if this works. Yep. I have 3 videos about Blink. This was the first one, second one, first one, second one, and the third one. I'm going to create a video about this one right now because it has the latest information. It's the most updated one. So let me go here and I'm just going to look for it. Would be this one. I hope that you guys can hear me. If because I've been talking all this time. I don't even know if I'm muted or something.
Changes. Let me go to the GitHub page. In this video, I want to go over the latest Blink updates, which introduce some breaking changes. Let me go to the GitHub page where we can see the breaking changes. Just gonna switch here to Skitty on the right hand side. I'm gonna type GX here. That is gonna take me to the releases page for Blink. And notice in the breaking changes section, mini.snippets and snippets presets. Also at the very top, notice that it says under important, the Lua snip source has been removed in favor of a snippets presets with the snippet source. So I was working yesterday and suddenly Blink stopped working. Why? Because I have auto up.
Okay, so let me start creating the blog post. I'm going to create a new article. I'm going to put it in here in this neovim folder. Dated today, 2025, February 8. I'll give it that name for now. Remember that I have a template for Lua snip. Blog post template. The title, I'm just gonna use the title of the video here. The description. I'm gonna use this. Okay, we have the title and description. I think I'm going to include the Blink version here so that it makes more sense. Let's just leave it like that. The image. I already have an image for this, which is this one. I'm just gonna copy this image and I paste it in this file. Alt 1, remember that's a key map that I have, Is this a thumbnail? Yes, it is. And I'm just going to give it a name, Blink. Do I already have other ones? Hey Hong, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. What about you? How are you doing? Where are you from? Can you hear me okay? Blink.cmp updates. Vietnam. Nice. You can hear me? Thank you. Thanks for confirming that. And how are you doing today? I don't need this image here, so I'm just going to delete it. And let's see what else. The date would be February 8th. Just gonna leave that time, 6:10 UTC. You just finished class and started and saw the live. Good. I'm about to start classes here where I'm at 7 a.m. my time. Well, you guys cannot see my time, right? Right. Let me add the time there at the top, I think. Let me see. Sketchy bar. Where did I modify the time? Let me confirm that. Calendar, I think. Yep, in the calendar. So you guys can see my time. Why is it not showing up correctly? Let's see. This is items. Why does it show me the time and date like this? I guess it must be because of paddings. Let's see. Or the width of the label. Let's see. Why is that not showing up? Whatever, I'll fix it later, but next time you'll be able to see my time here. Let's just go back to how it was. What time is it where you're at? Almost 7 p.m. Television Fuzzy Finder. I have not tried it. You mind sharing what it's about? It's going to update the category here. Neovim What other categories do I assign these? Let me see. Going to create another tag here, neovim plugin. Pretty useful. No, I have not. MP, what is that television fuzzy finder? I think you're making that up. Let's see. Oh, this one. What is this? Let's watch this real quick. Hold on. Oh, I see. And what's the difference from this fuzzy finder that you're mentioning here? What's the difference between this one and just a regular FCF? Is there benefits? Do you get, I don't know, is it easier to find the commands or something? I'd like to hear more, you know, so if you can just share what the differences are or why you prefer that one, I would highly appreciate it because I'm always looking for this kind of stuff. You know, if I find something new that I can use and if it's useful, I normally switch to it. If you guys are not in Discord, let me share the Discord server link. It's not open to the public yet, but if you guys want to recommend stuff there, if you want to discuss stuff, let me just create a link. This one was from yesterday. I'm just gonna create a new one, and it's going to expire in 1 day. No limit. New link. Copy. In case that you folks want to join there, ETRC2. So there's a few members now, but we can share tips and all that in there. You're using LazyVim, but the thing is suggestions are lagging with the large React Next.js project. And what is it that you're using? You're using Blink as well? Shashivadan? Multiple source for fuzzy completion. All right. I'll take a look later. The video. Let's see, where's the link for this video? This one. The link, I usually get it from here. Or to make it easier, I have a snippet for that already. So if I type here YTEM, just as in embed, I'm going to look for the name of the video, blink CMP updates, remove Lua snip. This is the one. What is that? It matches this ID. WAP_PG, WAP_PG. I have a list of each one of my videos in this file so that I can use them as snippets to make this kind of thing easier. Git checkout, it will show you related branch. Search snacks or telescope. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'm going to check that out. Because, yeah, I must admit, just doing this is just, I don't know, lacking a few things, I think. Could be a little bit more organized. I like the way that it looked in the plugin, if it's a plugin that you shared. But, yeah, maybe I just need to modify my FCF view. But, yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take a look. If you want to share more information, just share more examples here. And that would be awesome. Prerequisites. Let's look at the video. Let's see what I say here.
Updates enabled for my plugins.
You should be able to hear this video. If you can't, just let me know, okay?
If that's the case for you, and you would like to pin Blink to a specific version, let me jump to my dotfiles. Notice here at the top, you can specify the version. 0.93 was the previous release before the...
Okay, I just want to talk about some stuff here. Prerequisites. What prerequisites do we have there? I think it's the same one that I had in this other video. No. You know what? There is one. Auto format, auto save. Just gonna grab this. I'm just gonna paste it here. The prerequisite section. This is in case that you wanna test out my configuration, my neovim config, right? I have a video about it. If you don't wanna watch the video, here are the commands so that you can still use your own config, but try this one out and see how it works. It helps me troubleshoot stuff, right? When someone has an issue, I just tell them, can you try my config, see if it works there or not? And we can then see if it's config issue or something else. I'm just gonna leave that as a prerequisite there. Something that I want to discuss is link. Let's see, blink.cmp. Just gonna close these tabs. Do as well. The releases page. I wanna leave that there. In the releases. In the blink.cmp releases page, you will be able to see when there are breaking changes. This video which link version 0.10. What happened here? This video is related to the version 0.10.
For the breaking changes, we can scroll down here a little bit, and you're going to notice that that's the version there.
One of the changes that caused issues for me was how to set it up properly. Okay, let's see.
You're going to notice that.
Okay. I'm just going to leave that information because this helped me a lot. If no, I'm just gonna paste this here. Lua. It took me .93. I'm just gonna leave more text in here to give more context so that people is aware where you need to specify the version. There's some people that don't know this stuff, so I just want to cover the basis.
Is that that's the version there.
Remember, if you have any questions, if you have comments or anything, just type them in the chat, interrupt me, okay? And we can just discuss stuff, hang out, chat. Just feel free to post anything that you want there.
So let's go over the updates that I have applied regarding my Blink configuration since the last video that I released. First, you're going to notice that it says there, disabled LSP fallbacks. Let's jump back here. You're going to notice that under providers, LSP, I have this.
Just gonna make this a little bit faster.
Disabled, which I had enabled in the previous video, but I'm not sure why. Even if there were no LSP suggestions, my snippets were not showing up. I haven't tested if this has been fixed in any version, but if it has, I'll just uncomment this. But for now, I have it disabled. Version.
LSP fallbacks.
But if it has,
okay.
I'll just uncomment this. But for now, I have it disabled.
Let me see if that's still the case. Yep, LSP fallbacks. I still have it disabled. I enabled them because they seem to be working, but I just disabled them again because my snippets wouldn't show up if I was editing Lua files, for example. So I had set this as a fallback, but now I just disable that. Let me add that here. Because just gonna leave this as an example. This part, the LSP provider. My dot files. I'm just going to add the text. Just gonna grab this. Where was it? Here. My GitHub repo. The file is here. See where the file is? If I type here leader F capital G, it's gonna take me directly to the file. I'm just gonna copy it, Alt C. Notice that the URL has been copied to the clipboard. And what I'm going to do here is type another key map, Alt semicolon, and it just pasted that, right? So when you're reading the blog post, if you go to this link, you will be able to get there directly. Let's see if the blog post is showing up correctly or not. So here. Oh no, that's not the one. Hold on. No. This is the one. Because this is not pushed yet. This is just working locally for now. So you will not be able to see this yet. Happening here. Let's see. Okay. So it seems that the container restarted. I should see it start somewhere else. Okay, so it restarted And this Docker one host, this is the container. Signal chirpy. Could have started it in any of the 3 servers, but it started here again. Just gonna give it a few minutes for it to come back up. Why did it restart? Did I do something that it didn't like? Let's see. I think I have not made any mistakes here. I don't think I have. Where can you find my config? There. Just gonna leave that reminder there. Disable LSP fallbacks. So I just left here providers LSP. Fallbacks is commented.
Notice that the next item on the list here is removed LuaSnip from providers and default. Let's jump back here to the left, Ghosty, and you're going to notice that here I have the list of the different providers. LuaSnip is not one of them anymore. It used to show here. Now I only have LSP, path buffer, snippets, datbot emoji, and dictionary. This Copilot as well. But LuaSnip was removed from here. Also, you won't have to remove it here from default. Notice that it's not showing.
From the app sources default section. Lua, paste this from 2 places. Provider section. Also remove it from there.
This section anymore, and you will need to move that to options.snippets. So I'm in options.sources here. Options.snippets here is on the same level, and this is what you need to add: preset equal LuaSnip. That was the main change. And this is what you need to add: preset equal.
Preset, presets. I have that here. Instead of having it there.
LuaSnip. That was the main change. This, what I have down here, did not change. This is what allows me to jump between LuaSnip sections. So this remains. You shouldn't be removing that. The only thing that you will need to add is this, and remove LuaSnip here from the providers list. I had some special configuration in LuaSnip, so that configuration has been migrated over to the snippets provider now. You're going to notice that I have this should show items section, and also I have this transform items section as well. This used to be in LuaSnip before, so I moved it here under snippets. And I also moved this other section here to reload the snippets. In case that you don't know why I have this transform items and should show items, let me show you real quick. I'm going to jump to my Obsidian repo.
Okay, so this was moved as well. Where is it? Snippets. Okay. That should show items. Where should show items and also transform items. Those have been moved to the snippets provider section. Just gonna leave this there. Lua, paste this. Let me see if the blog post is already up. No, there's something wrong. See, contents, table of contents. Table of contents is updated. I don't have anything. Let's see here. All right, let's continue.
Hyper to you. That's a key map that I configured. And I'm just going to type something here, a colon first. And this is what is going to show up my snippets. I'm going to type here YT. Notice that the list of my YouTube videos show up, and I can accept one of these if I want to. Let's, for example, type here blink. You're going to notice this blink CMP updates. I'm just going to accept this suggestion, and the video is added there. If you don't understand what I'm talking about right now, if you're not following, I would highly recommend you to check the previous video, which is the one shown here, but it's also the one shown here. This is the first one that I created. This is the last one that was released a week ago. So if you're not following, go and check this video out. I explain most of the stuff that we're covering right now in detail there. So I'm just using these two functions, should show items and transform items, so that when I'm typing stuff, snippets are not added automatically. So if I type here blink, I don't see any snippets at all. But on the other hand, if I type here colon or semicolon, I type blink, my snippets show up and they show up at the top. All right, so let me just delete this. And now we're going to mark this as done on the right-hand side, this and also this.
If you don't understand why I do this, the colon thing, when I need to add a snippet, it's because I have way too many snippets, right? So let's say that I was typing something, regular text, right, without this colon here. And if, let's say that I would type test, all of these would show up and all of these needed to load in Blink, right? So it just was showing me a lot of stuff that I didn't want me to show when I was typing regular text. So I just decided, nah, I just need a key or something. So if I type test now, nothing shows up there, you know, just these suggestions, which is fine. But if I want to add a snippets, I have to use this. I don't know, I just like that way of working. For me, it's a little bit cleaner. You may say that there is more keys that you need to press, and yeah, that is correct. But I don't know, I just like to work that way.
I already explained this, and I'm also going to mark this because I already went over this as well. I added new sources that have been recently added to Blink. Let's jump back to the file here. I'm going to go back to my dotfiles, hyper-tj, and you're going to notice here under providers, we have some new options. Notice that I have emoji. So in case that you want to add this is the configuration. If we scroll up a little bit under default, you will need to add that here as well. Notice that it's in this line, and also make sure that you add the dependency. It's listed here, and the same for the dictionary that we're going to look at in a little while. Notice that it's showing up here, and it's also showing up here under default. So how does this emoji work?
Okay, let me add this here. Emoji source. This is a new source. If Here's an example, Lua, and emoji dependencies. Here, well, I'm just gonna leave that there just to add some context. Happens spacing there. Better. And where else? Here. Hey, Linux Dev Labs, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here on the stream. If you guys don't know Linux Dev Labs, he has a YouTube channel as well. Where is it? Here. Here it is. Go and check him out. That's a lot of different videos. I'm just streaming here, creating some blog post articles that I have for some videos that I think require it, you know, because there's people that are not into watching videos all the time. They would like to read stuff. Or for example, if you don't want to re-watch a video, you can just come in.
If I scroll down here a little bit, here it is. It doesn't have
And read, right? Copy and paste comments and all that. So I just thought, why not do it while I stream, right? Because I'm gonna do it anyway.
much configuration. I just set the priority to 15. If I jump back to the other file that I was working on, and I'm just gonna type here, for example, on a bullet point below, colon, and notice that I have a list of emojis here that I can use. I can scroll through these and I can just accept one with Control Y. It adds the emoji, colon, I can add something else. This one, for example, colon, and this one, you get the idea. So that's one of the new sources that I added, the emojis. Just gonna mark this as done here.
Okay, let me see if the emojis still work. Let's see. I haven't tested them in a while. Yep, still works. Something that I did change from the video to here, notice that while I was configuring this, the emoji, where is it? Notice the score offset was set to 15. I give it a higher score now. So emojis have a score offset of 92, means a higher priority. So they show on top of the rest, even on top of this datbot and LSP suggestions. Why? Because the emojis would show up all the way at the bottom all the time. And usually when you type colon, it's because you want an emoji, right? I would say, I don't know, a high percentage of the times that you type a colon is because you want an emoji. So I just wanted to have them at the top. If I accept this with Control Y, I get the emoji added there, which is nice. So yep, emojis still work.
Add this. This is the configuration. If we scroll up a little bit under default, you will need to add
Already saw
emoji
this.
work. If I scroll down here a little bit, here it is. It doesn't have much configuration. I just set the
Yep, yeah, we
adds
already
the emoji,
watched this.
added this dictionary. Let's jump. It is enabled the max number of items that it can show.
Dictionary.
And I set it to automatically trigger
Something's
only when I have
changed
three
here.
letters. Here are the options. Make sure that riprep is installed in your system. These options I just got them from the documentation. And here,
and there were breaking changes. Yeah, I suffered with these a little bit, but the maintainer is really nice person, you know. I created a GitHub issue. We chatted there for, I don't know, like an hour. He fixed all the issues. Now the dictionary is working perfectly. I'll show you in a minute.
To your dictionary. I have a dictionary in my dotfiles, and the way that I obtained this dictionary is just from default macOS. If we scroll up a little bit, you're gonna notice here, to get started with the dictionary, I just copied from this dict words to my dotfiles. So that's how I got that file there, and I just referenced that file.
Dict words, that doesn't sound right.
Now here, notice that this is very useful as well. Documentation is set to true. For this to work, you need to have WN installed. In macOS, I installed it with brew install warnet, and I'm just gonna show you how this works. We already saw it, I think, but let's jump back to my dotfiles or to my Obsidian repo. Just gonna go to the line below, and let me type.
I'll show you that right now.
Type something else just for testing. this. Now remember that it's going to remember the words that you accept the most. So now every time that I type test, that word is going to show up second place all the time. I don't even know what it means. It doesn't have a definition here if we hover over it, but it came from the dictionary. So I don't know what's going on. Let me know down in the comments. What does this word mean? I'm curious. Notice that if we scroll down to other words, we're going to see their definition.
Yep,
Testing
I'll
shows
see you in
the
a little
explanation.
while. Well,
Test.
I'm gonna drop in a little while because I have a class too in 40 minutes. But I'll be streaming every day, you know. I don't know, maybe around this time, a little bit later. But yeah, I'll see you around.
It was above already. This one shows its definition.
If anyone knows what this word means, I'm not sure why it shows in my dictionary, right? But if I type here, look at this. What the fuck is this? It doesn't have a definition, and I have not typed this. I can guarantee you that, but it came from the dictionary. I don't know what it means, but what I was saying in the video is every time that you accept a completion, if you notice I don't accept completions too much, maybe it's a bad habit, right? But you could, right? You could accept completions very often. So got, I can accept this. I just type it, I don't know, because I feel it's faster for me to type it. But if you want to avoid typos, it's a good idea. You just accept it. It's not in my dictionary. That's the way, that's the reason why it shows like this in red, but it's an actual word. And I'm gonna show you also how you can add these to your dictionary, how you can add your dictionary, your spell file as a dictionary source as well, right? So all of the words that you add, let me give you an example, right? I'm just going to add this word to my dictionary, leader MSG. That's the way that I add it. Notice that it was added to my spell file, right? So now if I type here emojis, notice that it shows up in Blink as a word, and it didn't before, right? If I remove it from the dictionary, leader MSU, no, how did I remove them? I don't remember how I removed words from the dictionary. Yep, removed from the dictionary, right? Notice that it's not in the dictionary anymore. And if I type mo, what the fuck? Oh, it's because it's in the file, right? It's in this file right now that it shows up. But if I go to another file that doesn't have this word, let's say this one, right? If I type this word here, moji, notice that it doesn't show up. I don't see mojis there. How is it? MOYIZ. Where is it? Yep. MOYIC. Notice that I don't see it here because it's not in the dictionary. Let me switch to the other file. I'm going to add it to the dictionary, leader MSG. I'm gonna switch back to the other file. Let's see if it works without restarting neovim. Yep, it does. So it shows up there now because I added it to my dictionary. So it's pretty cool. This dictionary source is the one that gives you the definitions of each word and that allows you to autocomplete different dictionary words, right? So there's a few things that changed. This dictionary directories. Be very careful with this because here you don't need to specify a file. This is just a directory, right? You can specify multiple directories here, I think. I only have one, dotfiles latest dictionaries. If I look for this in the Explorer, just gonna open NeoTree so you can see it easier here. Where is it? Neovim spell. No. I'm looking at dictionaries. Where is it? Here. Dictionaries. Words.txt. Right? So just make sure that you specify the directory, dictionaries, and it's just going to grab all of the ones that you have there. Also, something else that changed from the video is this dictionary files, right? In case that you want to specify files to add there, That's why my spell files work. So if I go back there, neovim spell, here are the files that I added, right? Notice this en.utf-8. This is the English one, and this is the Spanish one. Just keep that in mind if you want to have spell suggestions added. Pretty useful as well. What else changed here? This is the issue that I was talking about. I think this is the one. Yep. There were breaking changes and it just stopped working completely. I couldn't roll back, but the maintainer is a really nice person. Fixed it, troubleshoot it, and so far it's working great. If you like this plugin, it only has 25 stars. So if you like it, just make sure to star this there. All right, so let me just add this. And remember, if you need definitions, right? If you want to have definitions for the words shown in the dictionary, you need to install, where is it? Brew here. For the word definitions, make sure WN is installed. I installed it through Brew in macOS. I don't know how to do it in Linux. If there's a different way to do it in macOS, let me know. Because if you don't, you're gonna get an error because it's enabled here. There's a way to disable, notice this, to disable the definitions, uncomment this section below. So all of this that I have commented there would be this from here all the way to here. There was an easier way to disable that. I don't know if there were any updates, definitions. No, yeah, so just if you wanna disable definitions, make sure you do this. All right, so just let me copy this dictionary here to here, and where was I? The blink.cmp updates. Dictionary source. Lua. Here it is. Just like with dependencies. Dependencies and also default. Let's see what happened to my blog post, man. Why is it restarting? Let's see. SSH to this. Just going to stop it, restart it. Happening. In Docker 1. Let me just see real quick what's happening. Okay, it seems to be up now. Let's see. Okay, there it is. I don't know what was happening to it, but I restarted it. This is the article that I'm working on right now, blink.cmp updates. So notice that it's all looking good. This is what I have typed so far. Remember that we used the templates. Oh, that is not in the right place. Hold on. Just gonna fold everything here. How do you manage your passwords? This goes at the very bottom of the file. This section here. There. No. Okay. Going to delete this heading in a little while. But let's see. Again. Oh no, okay. Okay, let's see. Yep, we have discussed all this. Emoji source, the dictionary source. That's at the bottom. All right, very good so far. Let's continue here.
Definition as well. And what else do we have here? Yep, you can get definitions in some of the words. Remember that what gives you these definitions is this WordNet, so you need to make sure that you install it. If you don't want to have those definitions, just make sure that you set this to false. And that part, the documentation, is just going to be disabled. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show you the dictionary.
Yeah, notice how simple it was to disable definitions, right? Just enable false. But now, if you want to disable those definitions, remember that you have to do this here. Just uncomment this section. Not sure if the maintainer is going to make that simpler, because it's not nice the way it is right now, but we'll see. That's what I was searching in the repo to see if there was an update or something, but there's not. So just keep that in mind. That changed from the video. The video. Changes. Remember is always going to be in my dot files. In my dot files. I'm gonna grab this. I didn't add this here. Okay. The latest version is always going to be in my dot files.
That's done here. The key map for documentation is the same as LazyGit and Telescope. Okay, so if we scroll back here, you're gonna notice that if I open LazyGit, it's gonna type here Alt G, it's gonna bring it up. Let me go to my commits, for example. Let me go to one that has many different stuff, something that I can scroll over. This one, if I type here Shift J, it's gonna go down. Shift K, it's gonna go up. So the same thing happens if I go to Telescope. Let me exit out of here and let me bring up the open buffers that I have. Notice I have blink here and I have telescope here. If I want to scroll through this file, I use capital J to go up, or capital K to go up, capital J to go down. So that's the reason why here under key maps, if we scroll down a little bit, you're going to notice that I configured here Shift K and Shift J to scroll the documentation up and down as well.
Okay. My computer is suffering a little bit right now. It's lagging a little while. I don't know why. Maybe it's going through too much. It's an M1 computer. It's a little bit old. So if you see some lag in the video, it could be related to that. Should have rebooted before starting this as well. I use Shift J and Shift K to scroll through. I also use the same key maps to scroll in LazyGit and the telescope picker. So let's see if it still works. If I type test here, here's documentation. Yep, and I can scroll through the documentation with capital K, capital J, which is actually Shift J and Shift K, right? I do the same in the snacks picker plugin, right? So if I just go to this gem file and I wanna scroll through it, do it with capital J, capital K. See another file, this one, right? So that's just the way that I got used to scrolling, because I do it that way in LazyGit, right? So if I open LazyGit here, you're gonna notice that I scroll the same way. So that's why I configured Shift J and Shift K. This is configured in this section of the config file. Lua, and that is key maps. Yep. And
so that's the item that I have here on the list. So I'm just going to mark this as done. If you want to know how I manage the tasks the way that you see here on the right-hand side, I have a video which is this neovim task management, released it a week ago. I explain everything in detail there. Notice how the tasks are marked as done, and they are automatically moved to this section that I have down here. I can untoggle the tasks if I want. I'm just going to type here Alt-X. That untoggles it, and I'm just going to type Alt-X again if I want to mark it as done. I can also search through all my completed and non-completed tasks using Telescope. I explain everything in that video.
what did I say? Was not
Notice
paying
how the tasks
attention.
are marked as done, which is this neovim task.
Oh, the tasks. I'm just gonna leave that there. Just gonna create a heading. You know what? I already have typed this in the past. Let's see. Yep. I have this text already. So no, tasks. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm just going to create a heading here. Manage my tasks. Neovim. Notice on the kitty notes. Let's see kitty notes. If you want to learn about this task management, go and check this video.
Task management, released it a week ago. Down here, I can untoggle the tasks. If I can also search through all my completed and none. So notice the last item that we have here, using telescope. I explained everything in that video.
Fix autosave.
So notice the last item that we have here is autosave fixed. What do I mean by this? Let me jump back here again. Just gonna go to my
Hold on.
Obsidian repo. In the last video, when I inserted a snippet, autosave interrupted my jumping. What do I mean by this? So I'm just gonna go to the line below here, and I'm going to insert a table. I'm going to insert a snippet. So I'm just gonna type semicolon here, and I'm just gonna type here 3 times 2. Going to insert this table, and I'm gonna hit Control Y to accept this. You're gonna notice that nothing happens. Autosave does not kick in, and I can easily jump between my different items, right? So for example, if I type something here, I'm just gonna type A. Now to shift to the next item, I'm just gonna type tab. Notice that it shifted to the next column. A, B, C. I thought this was an issue. Files. I'm gonna look for the file a little bit. Under this condition, this is the part that fixed it. Skip autosave if you're in an active snippet.
Okay. In case that you use autosave, there's something that you need to take into account as well. Fix autosave issue. I like issue between. Where is that plugin? Autosave. Autosave.lua. Okay, here it is. Blink. No, it's not Blink. It's Lua snip. Okay, here. Just going to open this file. Just gonna grab the URL to this file. Going to paste it here in my blog post between autosave Lua snip. So if you do autosave, you may config Lua here. No. Here's my GitHub plugins autosave.lua. Okay, so now what you want to add is this. I already have it in my clipboard. Where is it? Here. Oh, why did it paste it like that? Oh, hold on. I didn't paste it in the right place, I think. What happened there? There. Okay, there we go. What is this doing all the way down here? Well, sometimes weird stuff happens. So if you do autosave as well, you may want to add this to autosave, to your autosave configuration. I have a really long video, which is quite nice, and I explain why I like autosave, how I use it, and how I do auto format as well. So if you're not aware on that, it's 40 minutes long, but I explain everything there. So if you want to do autosave, auto format, and modify a lot of different stuff in them, go and check that out. You're gonna find all the answers that you need there. Let's see. Autosave. Yeah, that's it. With autosave, let's see what else.
So if I'm in a snippet, return false. So this is just in case that you're an autosave user as well. I type a lot of markdown, and I just like my files to be autosave. A lot of people don't like that, but if you do, let me know down in the comments as well. What else did I want to cover? Let me jump back to the other file. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. I haven't tested the rest of the providers here. Let's see. All of them should be working the same way. I haven't tried that bot in a while. Let's give it a try. Just gonna type here letter D, and that is going to open it. And I'm just going to open one of these databases. This one, for example, which is a university course I was taking. Let me scroll down to the bottom of this file. Let's see if this still works. Just gonna write here, and I should see the results. Yep, I do see them. So this still works. Let me jump to the other file. Let me just make sure that this LSP works as well. I'm just gonna jump back to Obsidian real quick. Under here, I'm just gonna add a bullet point, and I'm going to type here 2 open square brackets, and I'm just gonna type here macOS. Yep, it does show up there. This is one of my notes. I'm just going to accept this, and let's see if the headings show up as well. Just gonna type here pound symbol, and yep, it does show up. Just gonna accept this, and everything is working as expected. So I just wanted to release this video in case that you were having issues with Blink after the update as well. All of my configuration is in my .files. So if we jump here to my .files, you're gonna notice on the main page, if I type T here, just going to look for Blink. What do you use? Do you still
Yep,
provider
that
has been
is there.
created?
I think I did cover everything. Well, I did actually cover everything that is in the video. There are still some other Blink updates. I'm not gonna cover that in here because this blog post that I'm creating right now is specifically related to that video. So I just want to leave it at that. Let me see if the blog post looks good. Which one is it? This one. Okay. Scroll through the documentation, task management, fix autosave issue. Yep. I'm going to push these changes then. I think I did cover everything. Let me just double check. Remember that if you want to try out my config with all of the stuff that you see that I use the key maps, Lua snip configured already, blink configured and all that stuff, you can try it out, right? The commands are going to be here in the blog post, and you don't need to modify your existing config. Let me push this. Let's see if this works. Here's the thumbnail, the image that I added. And let's push this. You should see it in the website. Someone asked why you see an update button when I push changes to GitHub. I haven't read. This is the theme that I use. It's a Jekyll theme. It's called Chirpy. As you can see, I think you can see it on any page, on every page at the bottom. Yep, using the Chirpy theme for Jekyll. So I don't know, but you're gonna notice right now. Let's see. Blog post. No, here. Not a reminder. Blog post here. This is where I wanted to go. It's generating it. It did generate it already. Seems to be up. Now let's go and make sure. Have it open here. Here. Let's update. Notice that a new version of content is available, but it's just because I pushed the changes. If you don't click on updates, you're not gonna see those changes. I don't know why that is. I haven't asked. Let me refresh again. Notice that even if I refresh again, it's not shown. If I click update, you're gonna see the new article. Notice that this is live. This is, if you go there right now, you should be able to see that. So let's just double check that it's all right. And yeah, it seems to be doing just fine. I finished in time. And that's what I'll be doing in the following days. Let's see if we have any questions or something in Discord. Oh, we have new friends here. Oh, there's a discussion here going on. All right, so do you have any sort of questions you need help with anything, would you like to see something regarding my config, let me know in the chat. If not, I don't think I need to cover anything else at the moment. Yeah, gonna answer these questions or these comments in a little while. I also have some YouTube comments that I have not replied to, several of them actually, that I need to reply to as well. Interesting. All right, so that was it for today. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you in the next stream, probably tomorrow. Just gonna leave a message here